Hi guys, it's Rachelle from Monnow Furniture again in beautiful Sydney. Now today we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm not doing any furniture, I'm going to talk. I hope that's okay. Anyway, I've just got a few things I want to update you guys on, so let's get stuck in. Okay, so there's a few things that I want to go through. Firstly, and forgive me if I keep looking in different directions, I'm using my phone, which I never usually do. My camera's broken. So firstly, in terms of the channel, the direction I'm taking the channel, as you've all known, my plan has always been that I'm going to be able to donate as much furniture as possible rather than to have to sell it. Obviously there's a balance there. I need to be able to sell to create an income, but ultimately I wanted to be able to donate as much furniture as possible, and thankfully with Dixie Belle supporting me and with my patrons, I'm now able to do that. So I'm supporting a charity in Australia called RizeUp, RizeUp, and what they do is set up temporary housing for those that are fleeing domestic violence situations. So when these people are coming out of their refuge, they will then go into temporary housing, and those homes will be set up perfectly just for them to move into, so they don't have to stress. There's furniture, groceries, or everything, basically everything set up home. So I'm able to donate regularly to those now, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm over the moon, absolutely over the moon. Thanks to Dixie Belle for supporting me. Fantastic. I'm really enjoying working with them, and now they're, without even knowing it, they are also supporting RizeUp, which is fantastic. Like I said, I've got the Patreon channel set up. At the moment there's only a few of us in there, but I will be sharing more. The more people we have in there, the more I will share in there, and I can do exclusive videos and things like that. So if you'd like to support the channel that way, that would be fantastic. You'll find the link in the description. I think it's about $5 or $7 a month, something like that. I've only got the one tier. Yeah, and I'll ask for tips and stuff on there and inspo for projects that are up and coming. It's a good way to be able to just interact with me, because I don't actually get into many of the groups anymore, and I got a little bit overwhelmed with going into the group so often and I felt like I had to answer all the questions all the time, so I sort of stepped back from that. But Patreon is a bit smaller, it's easier for me to manage, so I spend a lot of time there. I've always been very vocal about my mental health issues that I've had. Never been embarrassed about it. Generally, anxiety is what I believed it was. Well, I've since found out different, possibly as well as anxiety, but yesterday I was diagnosed with ADHD. And that is largely due to this YouTube channel. I'm not going to out anyone, but I had 3 people contact me about asking if I had ADHD. And that was something that I've joked about for a long time in my family. You know, squirrel, we're always doing that. And because I changed the channel, changed the conversation at the drop of a hat, it was always a standing joke in the family, but I didn't really take it very seriously until I started looking into it, and then I took it very seriously. And so I went to the GP, got referred to a psychiatrist, and I had my assessment, my final assessment. So I had 2 assessments. Final assessment was yesterday, and they confirmed ADHD. So I will be starting medication for that. So you may see me doing this for a little while, but we will see. Many people have asked me, how do I finish one project in a day? There is your answer. It's because I have ADHD, and now I know that. So I had always assumed that I didn't have ADHD because I was able to do that. I was able to focus on a project and I wouldn't let it go until it was finished that day. But actually, that is a symptom of the ADHD too. So in terms, it's called a hyperfocus. So I will focus solely on that, and everything else out the window. There's no housework being done, there's no cooking, there's no cleaning, there's no nothing. That project is being done. So those of you, firstly, that don't have ADHD, secondly, that have a family and a house to keep up, doing what I do in a day is probably not practical. But you know, I know that now, but my brain, I'm just going to have to learn and understand that my brain works differently to other people. And I say this so that, because I know some people feel bad that they're not able to finish a project in the time that I do. there's a reason for it. Now you know. Now I know. My brain works differently. I need to get my head around this, guys. I knew it was coming. And I thought I was going to be quite excited about the diagnosis, and I am to a degree, because it answers a lot of my questions. But it also, I'm just looking back on my life now, and you know, I've had bad anxiety for 17 years that I'm aware of. When I look back, it's longer than that. When I look back to my childhood, I had separation anxiety with my mum when I was a kid. I've had anger issues. My school reports were atrocious. That's another part that they use for the diagnosis, is they look at your school report. So thankfully, my mum, being the amazing mum that she is, she'd kept all of them, and they were atrocious. I thought I was quite good at school. I actually had to go and ask some of my mates what I was like, because I couldn't remember. Again, that's part of ADHD. Very poor memory. I can remember useless shit really well. I can remember where something is, like an earring, one earring. I can picture it in my head, and I know where it is, exactly where it is behind something. Useless shit like that, I can remember. I have next to no memory of my childhood. Next to no. Hang on, come here. Okay, we talk. Yeah, I've kind of got to assess things now and just look back. Now, I'm really pleased that I've got this diagnosis. Look at Harvard, he's watching me. I'm really pleased that I've got this diagnosis, but I just need to get my head around it now. And I wanted to just let everyone know, because everyone has been so supportive, and the fact that we talk about mental health issues, I think, is really, really important. Especially those of us that are in this creative arena, because a lot of us have turned to this for that reason, to help us with our mental health. I could probably go on and on. If you found this video just because I've mentioned ADHD in the title, please don't feel you need to subscribe, because this isn't my usual content. I'm just talking to those who already know me, who already watch me, so they know what's going on. I'm not going to be doing lots of ADHD talk or anything like that. If you want to watch how an ADHD person works in real life, then obviously subscribe and watch the videos, but it's not going to be ADHD talk. You'll be learning about an ADHD person flipping furniture. Thank you so much, everyone, for your support. Honestly, I can't believe I'm at 7,000 subscribers now, and it is amazing. I can't tell you how happy that makes me feel. And on the back of that, that means that I can support RizeUp, which is huge for me. Honestly, I would rather give stuff to that charity or other charities than I get more pleasure from doing that than I do from selling. Don't get me wrong, we need to put food on the table. Not that I'm going to cook it. Someone will put food on the table. But I just got distracted by this chair, by the way. This is the chair that I painted in chalk paint. There. Look at me, I'm in clothes. Right, so this is, people ask me how it's bearing, how it's coping. It's like leather. Am I going to be able to put that back up now? Ooh, it worked. I don't know what I'm saying now. Bloody hell. Yes, thank you for supporting me. If you can support via Patreon, that would be absolutely fantastic. And I can tell you that any money that comes through that, like I said, it's about $5 or $7. I'm going to be ploughing into RizeUp. So with RizeUp, it's only small pieces of furniture that I can do for them, because they only go into small units. So the good thing is that I can get single bedsides, because generally there's only one bedside per unit that they do. Whereas normally I would not bother with single bedsides. I'm going to be able to do that now, which is great. So that you generally see those either free or really cheap. Check out RizeUp Australia, Australia and New Zealand. If you're able to support them in your local area, oh, please just jump in. Even if it's, you know, if you've got a small piece that doesn't sell, like a coffee table or a single bedside or something like that, if after a few weeks it hasn't sold, just reach out to RizeUp or other organisations and see if they take it off your hands. So, you know, it frees up some space for you. It's doing an awesome thing for them. And you feel really good. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for all your support. Using my Dixie Belle link, patrons, watching the videos, just watching the videos all the way through is a massive help for me. Commenting, liking, subscribing. If you watch my videos regularly, please make sure you subscribed and just hit the notification bell. And again, this just helps YouTube push the video out, which is all to do with the algorithm. It's all technical, it's all boring stuff. All that stuff bores me, to be honest. But anyway, thank you from this crazy PJ wearing Sydney cider, Welsh Sydney cider. Take care, guys. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.